Hi. This is
Dad.
This is gonna be our first Q&A with you in the video.
Not quite a Q&A. Happy day, friends. We are doing a couples tag video today.
Yes.
And apparently the whole family is getting involved. Where's Stella? Here comes Stella.
You want to get
You
involved?
want to lay with us? This is a family affair.
Look at us.
Everybody is in frame.
So I don't even know what's going on today. All I know is we're doing a couples Q&A. I think we're just answering basic questions.
Yeah, it's one of those like couples tag videos that you see on YouTube. It's been a long time.
Oh my gosh.
Since we've sat down and done any sort of questions or challenge sort of thing together. I thought it would be fun since we're married, we've had Micah. Like, I think it would be a good idea for us to just sit down and revisit some of those simple questions that that boyfriend and girlfriend do, or that like newlyweds do. So I thought now that we have Micah, it would be a good chance for mommy and daddy to just get to know each other again, really.
I think the last couples thing we did was in our backyard when we did that whipped cream challenge.
It could be, yeah. It's
that
been a long time.
video is hilarious, by the way. We'll link it up here, so check it out.
Number 1, where and when did we first meet? How long ago was that? Like 4?
It was 4 years ago this October.
No.
No, December.
What are you talking about? Yeah, it was in December.
December.
We started talking December of 2014. 2014.
Might have been.
Wow.
Might have been 2013.
No. Yep, I think you're right.
We got our dates all wrong, guys.
So one of those.
We should do.
That was the when. Now, where did we first meet? We actually started talking through text before we ever met in person.
Yeah.
But our first official meet in person was at a coffee shop.
Yeah. Yeah, we met
In
at Grounds for Coffee in Ogden.
There's a video all about our first date.
I think we should recreate that. Because
I would love to.
It's
coming
like
up
that video
soon.
is old.
It's coming up soon. We
Oh
should
my gosh,
do that.
should we do that for December?
Yeah, let's do that again.
If you guys want to see a recreation
of our first
date, let's put it down in the comments. Let us know.
We've done it already, but it might be fun to revisit. All right, question number 2. Where was our first date? We just answered that. Grounds for Coffee, which led to RC Willie, which led to the grocery store, which led to his house.
Yeah.
You're learning all about mommy and daddy's first date.
And that's when you made tacos, right?
I did. I made tacos and I got him hooked. What was your first impression of me?
First impression?
Yeah.
I thought you were really pretty.
Okay. Okay.
I think at that point in my life I was still like...
You weren't looking for anything serious.
I wasn't looking for anything serious. I was interested in meeting people, but I wasn't like...
You weren't looking for a girl to marry.
No.
So my first impression of Austin, based off of pictures that our mutual friend had shared and based off of things I had gathered, I didn't actually think I was gonna like him much at all. Not at all. I mean, I wouldn't have talked to you if I didn't think I was gonna like you at all. I gave him a chance, but I didn't think really it was gonna go anywhere. And look at us now. I didn't feel like we shared many common interests, I guess, but after meeting him and realizing how funny he was and how fun he was, and we really did share more interests than I expected.
Just because I'm curious, what interest is that? Because I can't, the only thing I can think of really is snowboarding.
Snowboarding, but it was a big one.
Yeah.
Like, snowboarding in Utah, you'd think like, oh yeah, everyone snowboards, everyone's really good, but not everyone's really good.
And not a lot of people do.
And not a lot of people do it.
A lot of people take Utah for granted.
It was something that I absolutely loved. It was something that I did whenever I could, and to find a guy that was better than me at snowboarding it honestly impressed me. Not a lot of people impressed me as far as their skiing and snowboarding skills go, but he impressed me, and that was a big deal to me.
It was and still is a good passion of mine. We
need to go again this year.
For it to snow this year. It's gonna be so fun. I will have to say, like, her being able to keep up with me on snowboarding was, oh man. And I will never forget our first
Get out here.
Our first real date. And we were, I called it our first.
Dad was with us.
Yeah, I called it our first real date because I was just out of a relationship a few months prior, and that was still very fresh, and I seriously was not looking to date. I know it's weird because we went on a date to the coffee shop, but again, I was just like, I don't know, I was scared of like the commitment.
It was a weird transition period for him.
It was, and so I didn't call the coffee shop our first date. It was more like just friends meeting up and having fun. And then our first real date was snowboarding. And my dad went with us, and that was on Valentine's Day. And
Yeah, his dad went with us on our first date on Valentine's Day.
well, even then I wasn't calling it a date. Because
Yeah,
remember,
I know.
the one date that I was like, okay, this is our official date, was where I took you to Buffalo Wild Wings and we went to an improv show.
Yeah, we had been hanging out a lot.
We'd been
before
hanging
that.
out a lot. We were not dating. I was not dating anyone. But yeah, her
You weren't
snowboarding.
dating anyone?
Yeah.
Is that so? Poor Amy. He was double dipping. But he was...
Poor Amy.
Oh, okay. Well,
I honestly still feel bad for her, and I would like to apologize.
you should. She deserves it.
Amy, if you're watching this by chance, just know that I'm very, very, very sorry. Amy and I went on.
This is taking a wild turn.
This is taking a wild turn. Sorry, Stella, this is getting heated. Daddy's getting hot. I need you to get off me. I wasn't dating anyone again. And I went to Denver with this girl named Amy. And all the while, I was also snapping Jess.
Mm-hmm.
And
Snapping, that sounds terrible. We were talking and texting, and he would send me word snaps sometimes.
yeah. But it was totally open. Like, I did not care that Jess knew that I was in Denver with someone else.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Like,
It was a very,
forward, like, we are not dating.
He never said that. And I don't know. In my head, it was a little bit different.
Anyway, on the way
We'll
back
get into that another time.
On the way back from Denver, I decided Amy was clearly not an option, and then I started hanging out with
I get
Jess more
so
often.
mad at him.
Hey,
about-
that's the game. You date. You figure it
shouldn't
out.
Miss you.
And
Lay down.
that's when it ended. I just realized that there wasn't a future with Amy, and I'm very sorry, because I totally ghosted you, like a jerk.
We're getting to know Austin real well in this video.
Hey, my heart had been broken, so
Multiple times.
I did not care.
You were not in the game to get your heart broken again.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, leading to the next question, when did you meet my family? So I met his dad on that trip to snowboarding, and then not long after, you brought me to your house to meet the rest of your family.
Yeah.
I don't remember really time frames, but it wasn't too long
I don't
in
even
between.
remember what we did.
I remember that you brought me to your house. Your dad had already met me and liked me because I cracked a joke that made him laugh pretty good. And then so I met the rest of your family, and your dad took us out on a little mini razor ride around the neighborhood.
Oh, right.
And your sister hopped in with us.
Right.
Her
Another
husband.
fun fact behind meeting my family, that day when we went snowboarding, we ended the day at a Warren's. And since it was Valentine's Day, my dad was like, hey, Austin, what are you doing tonight? It's like, nothing. And he's like, hey, Jess, what are you doing tonight? She's like, nothing.
Nothing.
She's like, sounds like you guys should hang out.
But we didn't. He waited too long to call me, and I was already doing my own thing. So,
Yeah.
your loss.
Hey, but because it took so long and you left
Because
without-
I showed initiative, I'm not waiting around for this guy. He fell for me that night.
I did. I fell hard.
Oh, when did you meet my family? When did you first meet my family? I have no idea, actually.
I don't know.
You don't remember?
No.
Meeting my parents?
Is that bad?
Is it bad? I don't know.
Oh, I remember.
What?
We went to that
Dinner.
We went to dinner near
Where
that
that-
old mine shaft.
Yes, I remember now.
And that weird speed sign that was 11 and a quarter
And
mile an
yeah,
hour.
and then you had a burger with every meat category on it.
Yeah. That was the first time.
That
I
was
met
the
your
first
dad
time
and
you
mom.
met my parents. Okay.
And that's when I realized that she's got really good genes and she's gonna age beautifully.
Let's see. Who said I love you first? Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure I said it first.
You're pretty sure.
I remember saying it first.
Okay, what was the situation? What was the scenario? Paint it out for me.
I mean, I will once you refresh my memory.
I don't know if you will, because you had a few drinks.
Right. I remember that. Was that when we went to Brandy and Judd's?
No.
Oh, that was when you got drunk. We were on the way back to Brian's house, and then you admitted that you wanted me to marry you.
I said that?
Remember? And then you pulled out that whisper that you had sent. And it was the guy that I was pretty sure the guy that I met.
I remember that.
To marry him.
Yeah, I remember that.
But what was...
The first time that you said you loved me, it was the weekend after you asked me to be your girlfriend. We were with your parents down at the sand dunes, and we
dancing around the campfire. We were listening to country music.
No.
But then it ended with that Halo song.
Yes. Yeah.
That does not sound romantic, but it was.
It was really sweet.
It's called Red and
Blue and Green.
Blue and Green.
Green and Blue. One of those two.
It's kind of like it's
slow. From a video game soundtrack, but it's a really beautiful song.
It's a really
And we were just dancing around the campfire, and I was gonna say it, but then I held myself back because I didn't want to be the first one to say it. So anyway, he said it first.
I do remember that now.
Good. A weird habit each other has.
Like a bad habit or a weird habit?
A weird habit is what it says.
Weird habit.
Oh, you have
you've got one? What's yours?
What?
What's your weird habit?
Yeah, that's pretty weird. Yeah. Oh.
Wow. I'm so happy you joined in.
What was our first road trip? Do you remember?
Yeah, of course.
What?
It was to Denver.
Yes, to Denver.
And?
Same spot where he took
Amy. I love Denver.
We went to a Broncos game and
we went to Beer Fest.
Beer Fest, that's right.
We went to Elitch Gardens too, didn't we?
Yep, we did. It was a really, really fun trip. All right. First thing you noticed about me. Wait. Was it my nose?
No.
I thought you said you liked my nose.
You had a good nose. I have a good nose.
I had a good nose.
I would have noticed that booty, but you didn't really let me get a good look.
What am I gonna do? Shake it in your face on a first date? No, I'm not about that.
You should have.
Oh my gosh. First thing I noticed about you, you were cool. You were like a cool guy.
I was a cool guy, guys.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I thought he was cool. I thought he looked cool, and I also thought that he was like probably funny based off of his picture with the horse head mask.
There's a long-standing joke about horse masks.
Yeah.
Because that also was our first date. Anyway, first thing I noticed about you was I really liked that you were outdoorsy.
Okay, we're back. Baby's happier. What pisses you off about me? I can answer this one.
Man, that's a
when I don't clean up after myself.
That is a loaded question. They're trying to start a fight right now. More so just not completing tasks, I think.
Okay.
Because like, it's kind of like laundry, right? When I think of a task, it's like laundry through its entirety. Like you complete.
And see, I never feel like I have time to do laundry in its entirety. I always feel like, okay, I'll wash this now, stick it in the dryer, I'll fold it when I get another chance.
See, and then that's when everything falls apart.
It's in your mind.
I'm the kind of guy that I like to finish a task once I start it. I mean, in like a way, in my mind, that's kind of like mowing half your yard.
What pisses me off about him is when he says he's gonna get up in the morning and he doesn't. Actually, my bigger pet peeve is being late to things.
Yeah.
He is always late.
I'm always late.
I just think it's one of those things that like, when you say you're gonna be somewhere, you show up.
That's why I don't ever say I'm gonna be anywhere.
It gets me. Ooh, it gets me going. Ooh.
Don't. Let's not fight today. I don't want to fight today.
Moving on. What am I good at and what am I not good at? And vice versa. you're good at being a dad, and you're good at being a husband, and you're good at finances, and you're such a social butterfly. You can like make a room happy, like no matter the situation. You're really good at like making people feel welcome and comfortable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's great to hear. You're really good at cooking.
Cooking and cleaning and raising babies.
No, not the cleaning part. No, you're a great mom.
Thank you.
I think you kill that on that front. You're great. You're a hard worker. You're better than me at planning. I think we both work hard, but our methods of working are just a little bit different. However, I could improve drastically. I think you're very artistic. You're extremely talented across everything that you do, whether it's sports, drawing, painting, cooking, like literally across all the fronts, you're just naturally talented.
Thanks.
What are you bad at? You're terrible at flirting. You are terrible at flirting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's never been my strong suit. I don't know, like I've never been a flirty person. It's just not my style.
You're also really good at developing great relationships. Like, you are, like, everyone likes you without even needing to try. Like, you are just an extremely likable person.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like that's why a lot of people tune in, is because you just give off that relatable, kind, easygoing person.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You bet.
I'm still trying to think of things you're bad at. He's not a great cook. I won't say he's bad at it, because he has made some really phenomenal things before. You're bad at grocery shopping. That's what you're bad at.
Going with you or by myself?
By yourself. Hear that little giggle? That's how you know it's true.
It's because I like to buy things.
I know. You're also really bad at waking up in the morning.
I'm terrible.
Like, you're really bad at that. Really, really bad at that. I've stopped trying. Like, if he asked me to get him up at a certain time,
I've never.
Not happening anymore. Like, you gotta learn that skill yourself at this point.
I've never, ever
been a morning person
at getting up, ever.
Favorite feature about each other? He likes the booty.
You have got a great booty.
My favorite feature I love your smile.
Do you?
I love his smile so
I've
much.
become so self-conscious of my smile.
Why? You've got a great smile.
I hate my teeth.
You have such a happy face.
Oh, thanks.
You smile all the time.
Thank you.
I also like your eyebrows. They're strong. Strong brows.
Strong bros. This is turning into a very complimentary
Yeah, it is. It's a
Q&A.
good thing.
It is a good thing.
What do we argue about the most? Let's flip this around 180 degrees. Back to the cleaning.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the number one thing that we argue about. We need to make a chore list. I feel like that would solve so much of our
I feel like,
arguing.
especially with you being a planner, I feel like you need a chore list. Because I'm very much the type that I just get, like, if a room is unorganized or anything, I just get uneasy.
He gets like overwhelmed and then he gets grumpy.
I do. I get uneasy. It bothers me. And so if I walk into a room and it's terrible.
In a bad mood, and then I feel guilty because I feel like, oh, maybe I should have done this instead of this, and it just.
I wish I did.
It turns
I wish I could
into a mess. So what are our nicknames for each other?
Babe.
Babe, honey.
Honey. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Babe.
Babe, honey.
Sweetie.
Babe.
Oh, I do call her sugar tits on occasion.
That's like a funny one. Is that it though?
I think that's it.
Like, we don't ever call each other by like our names. That's weird when that happens.
Yeah.
I guess lately I've been calling him dad or like daddy, like when I have her. and she needs something.
Yeah. I've always thought that that was a little bit weird when I'd hear your mom and dad saying that to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that
Now
we're
you get
parents,
it.
it's like, yeah, it's not weird at all.
What is my favorite restaurant?
Wow, that's a good question.
I have one in mind.
Is it like Blind Dog or Sushi Blue?
No, it's something that, like, no matter the time, it always sounds good and it always sounds healthy.
Subway?
No.
Oh, recently, Costa Vida.
Yeah, Costa Vida or Cafe Rio. They're like pretty much the same. I always love their salads. So good.
Yeah.
What's yours? Let's see. Your favorite restaurant?
Gosh, I don't even know if I have one.
Buffalo Wild Wings?
I think so.
Probably. He loves wings.
I love Buffalo Wild Wings just
Yeah.
because I love hot wings.
Mhm.
I just love chicken.
He's a chicken person.
Love it.
Last one. Complete this sentence. You're my...
You're my gooey gooey gumdrop.
I was gonna say that. You're my honey bun sugar plum pumpy umpy umpkin. You're my sweetie pie. You're my cupcake gumdrop schnuggum schnuggums. You're the apple of my eye. Not really though. I was just thinking about that earlier when I saw this list.
Is that how it starts? The
Yeah.
gooey gooey gumdrop?
No.
How does it start?
You're my honey bun sugar plum. That's how I start.
Where's the gooey gooey gumdrop?
I don't think that's part of the song.
But
I
you
think-
knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's funny. We're on the same page.
We've been in sync lately. We've been on like the same wavelength.
You're my...
You're my best friend.
Yeah. You're my best friend. I think we need to remember that more often now that we have a baby.
Yeah. We need to remember that and we need to make a chore list.
Yeah.
Then we're golden.
Yeah. I feel like we're solid across the board.
Okay. Cool. This was fun.
This was fun.
Even if you don't record yourself, I feel like this is a great thing for like any couple to sit down and do. Just to reminisce a little bit, talk about like new things, talk about old things. This is fun.
This was. If you do these questions, don't get hung up on the things that drive you mad about the other.
Yeah, maybe skip those questions. Those, I feel like,
Depending on how you handle the situation.
depending on how you handle it, it could turn tense real quick.
Yeah.
If there's any other sort of like tag or challenge or question type video that you want to see from us, put it down in the comments. I feel like this is something that is really good for us to do.
Yeah.
And it's also fun for you guys to watch. So if there's anything that you can think of, put it down there and maybe we'll make it a video.
Well, hey, if you guys do this, let us know down in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye guys.
Bye, friends.